Hello, welcome to Intermediate English with Gregg. That's me. So, let's get started. Well, let's warm up with the weather.
Gregg, how's the weather today?
It's a little misty today. It's a little misty. Well, let's check the board. Well, for the question, of course, how's the weather today? Today's phrase is this: it's misty. This word, misty. Do you understand the meaning of this word? In a previous lesson, we talked about the word foggy. For example, it's foggy. Of course, foggy, that kitty. Misty is very much like foggy, okay? But misty is much lighter, okay? Much thinner fog. So maybe the feeling, it's a little foggy, okay, is the meaning of misty. Okay? So I can still see the road, or I can still see the view, but okay, there's just a little bit of fog. So in that case, you can use the word, it's misty. Okay? So let's use today's phrase. I'll ask the question, and you can answer it. Okay? So, how's the weather today? Great. Well, now for today's lesson. For today's lesson, we're going to talk about some adjectives. Now, adjectives is a word you don't need to remember. In Japanese, that means keiyoshi. But the adjectives we are going to talk about today is sometimes misunderstood. Okay? Sometimes people have a little bit of trouble using these words. Okay? The adjectives that we're going to discuss today will use the ending of ing or the ending of ed. Okay? Now, okay, many of these words you already know, but okay, sometimes people make a mistake when they use these words. Okay? Well, let's take a look at our list of the words, the adjectives ending in ing. We have the word tiring, exciting, boring, shocking, and interesting. Now, all of these words also can be used with an ed ending. Right? Using these words: tired, excited, bored, shocked, and interested. Now, the main difference between these two patterns, okay, the ing ending, okay, is going to talk about, okay, it's going to describe this thing. Okay? Okay? What kind of thing is this? Okay? However, okay, the ed ending, okay, will of course describe your feeling. Okay? So these are used to express your feeling. These are used to explain this. Okay? So for example, when people ask the question, how are you? Of course, you can use all of these answers. Like, I'm tired, I'm excited, I'm bored, I'm shocked, I'm interested. Okay? These can all be used to talk about your feeling. Okay? However, okay, these do not describe your feeling. They only describe this thing. Okay? So, when people say, for example, if they use the idea, I'm boring, that doesn't mean, 今退屈, 今つまらない. If you said, I'm boring, that means, 私はつまらない人. Okay? So it's not my feeling, it's what kind of person. Okay? So with these, okay, we do not use the word, okay, I. Okay? We're going to talk about other things. Okay? Now, okay, we change the word it to something is tiring, or something is exciting, something is boring, shocking, or interesting, right? Please think of your ideas, right? And I will think of my ideas. Right? The first one, of course, tiring. Now, of course, tired, you understand, 疲れた. Tiring. Tiring, of course, 疲れること. So what do you think is tiring? Okay. My idea, I think, right, that my idea is the year-end cleaning is tiring. Of course, that year-end cleaning, that 大掃除, right? Exciting. Right? What do you think is exciting? There are, of course, many, many ideas. Right? My idea, for example, the baseball game was exciting. Okay. Talking about boring, of course. Yeah, it's tsumaranai. Boring. What do you think is boring? Well, the same with exciting. There can be many, many ideas. For example, maybe you are watching a movie on TV, or you are streaming a movie. Maybe you go to the movie theater, but the story is not good. Maybe your feeling is, this movie is boring. How about shocking? Can you think of something that is shocking? Well, shocking, this will be maybe case by case, maybe it depends on the person, but maybe one very simple case, right, that people often use is when they talk about news. Like, the news was shocking. Right? Now, by the way, right, shocking, right, you can also use the pattern, of course, surprising. The news was surprising. And with a feeling, I'm shocked, you can also say, I'm surprised. Right? So, right? Last one, of course, interesting. Right? 面白い. Right? Can you think of something that is interesting? Again, with this word interesting, maybe it depends on your hobby, what do you like, right? But here's an easy situation. Right? Some people maybe enjoy reading, and for example, this novel is very interesting. Right? So, we're going to use the ing ending to talk about this thing. Okay? What kind of thing is this? Okay? ing does not talk about your feeling. Okay? When you talk about your feeling, then we will use the idea I'm. Okay? And we use the ed ending tired, excited, bored, shocked, and interested. Okay? Now, a very minor point. Okay? This ed ending is not talking about the past. Okay? So if now my feeling, 疲れた, of course that's I'm tired. Okay? If I want to talk about the past, then of course I will change to I was tired or I was excited. Okay? So, right? We are going to continue this idea next time using a little bit different pattern. Okay? But that's all for today. Okay? See you next time.